Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in the rock world lately. Nikki Sixx from Mötley Crüe addressing those backing track rumors. Now, before we even get into the nitty-gritty, let me just say this. The conversation around backing tracks in live performances is fascinating. It's not just about whether a band is cheating, it's about the evolution of live music, fan expectations, and where we draw the line between authenticity and enhancement. So, when Nikki Sixx responded to these claims, it wasn't just a defense, it was a window into how bands navigate this modern dilemma. Here's the deal, Nikki admitted that Mötley Crüe does use backing tracks, but not to replace their live performance. Instead, they use them to add elements like orchestras or saxophones, things they couldn't replicate on stage. Personally, I think this is a smart move. Live music has always been about creating an experience, and if backing tracks allow bands to bring their studio magic to the stage, why not? But here's where it gets interesting. Nikki framed it as a win-win for both the band and the fans. And honestly, I agree. Fans get to hear the full, rich sound of the album, and the band gets to deliver that experience without compromising their live performance. What many people don't realize is that even bands like Queen have used backing tracks for complex songs like Bohemian Rhapsody. So, this isn't a new phenomenon, it's just becoming more visible. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the rumors that Mötley Crüe doesn't play live at all. Nikki shut that down hard, saying, "We do. You were lied to. Sorry." That's a bold statement, and it's one that's backed up by the fact that Mick Mars, the band's original guitarist, later admitted his lawsuit claims about the band not playing live were false. But here's the thing, rumors like this stick around because they tap into a deeper fear, that live music is becoming less authentic. From my perspective, that's a valid concern, but it's also a bit outdated. Live music has always evolved, from lip-syncing in the 80s to pre-recorded tracks today. The question isn't whether it's pure, it's whether it's still meaningful. What makes this really interesting is how Nikki framed the use of backing tracks as a way to enhance, not replace, their live performance. He's not saying, "We need these tracks to survive," but rather, "These tracks let us do more." That's a crucial distinction. It's like adding special effects to a movie. It doesn't make the actors' performances any less real. One thing that immediately stands out is how this shifts the conversation from "are they cheating?" to "how are they innovating?" And that's a much more productive dialogue. If you take a step back and think about it, this whole debate raises a deeper question. What do we want from live music? Is it about hearing every note played in real time, or is it about the energy, the connection, the experience? Personally, I think it's the latter. A detail I find fascinating is how Nikki tied this back to the studio experience, saying, "It's better for the fans, and we enjoy being able to do what we did in the studio live." That's a brilliant way to reframe it. It's not about cutting corners, it's about bridging the gap between the album and the stage. Now, let's not forget the context here. Mötley Crüe is on tour, and these rumors could have been a PR nightmare. But Nikki's response wasn't defensive, it was confident and transparent. What this really suggests is that the band understands their audience and trusts them to get it. They are not trying to hide anything, they are explaining their process. And in an era where fans demand authenticity, that transparency is gold. So, where does this leave us? In my opinion, the backing track debate isn't going away anytime soon. But Nikki Sixx's response gives us a framework for how to think about it. It's not about purity, it's about intention. Are you using these tools to enhance your performance, or are you relying on them to cover up shortcomings? That's the real question. And for Mötley Crüe, it's clear they are on the right side of that line. As we wrap this up, I'll leave you with this: live music is always going to evolve, and that's not a bad thing. What matters is whether the heart of the performance is still there. So, the next time you see a band using backing tracks, don't jump to conclusions. Ask yourself, are they adding to the experience, or are they subtracting from it? That's the question that really matters. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep rocking.